Okay, this is Crystal here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe then you know. Hello Scorpio, I'm here to do your sneak peek reading into 2022, what's in store for you. I'm going to do it by certain subjects such as career, money, inner circle, singles, love, relationship, a general outlook, and then I'll be ending with 4 oracle cards. But I'm going to start with this one, and this is your word for the year. But before I do that, I want to apologize for the delay, for not posting too many videos, because I've been, sort of completely overtaken by overwhelm, illness, not COVID, but another illness. It shook me up, it threw me off my plans. Then, of course, Christmas prep came in, and I was like, oh, when am I going to do all this? So then the creche is closed here, so there will be some babysitting to be done as well. And yeah, so everything was up in the air. Anyway, let's do this. I just want to thank you for being here. Subscribe if you want to get notified of my videos coming out. When I come to 500 subscribers, I will be doing YouTube live. So we will be taking cards, we will have a conversation. You can ask me questions about the cards. You can ask me, not yes and no answers in to do the decks. I'll do some readings for you, pull some cards, personal cards for you personally. But until then, I need a few more subscribers, so subscribe. Anyway, let's start with this. I just wanted to say, other daily guidance, daily cards you can find on my other social media, which is Facebook, Instagram. I'm on TikTok now as well, and Twitter. So check those out. Okay, let's pull your word. So this word, what is this word about? So the word that I'm going to pull from here is a word that I'm going to leave this card out for the complete reading, and we'll connect other cards to that, because it is your word for the year. What is important for you this year? It's a word to help you ground, to help you along, to remind you, and this is a beautiful card. It's about Radiant, Scorpio. I am a radiant reflection of God's light. It's about your own. It's about you being important. It's about your self-worth, your self-esteem, and to let yourself shine in the world and to allow yourself to be important. It's not always about other people, it's also about you. And I feel that when things are a little bit hectic and difficult, this card is there to remind you. So use this card as a reminder about your own self-worth and You are enough. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to shine as well. You also deserve to shine because, Scorpio, you have a special shine. So don't forget that. And that card is here to help you do so. So whenever you feel like you're not deserving or you feel like you're not good enough, think of this card, because this card is really there to remind you. Now, we're going to start with, so as I said, I'll divide it. I'll put timestamps in the description box so you can easily go to the parts that are of your interest, or if you want to go back, you can easily skip to the parts that are really, that you want to know about. This is a quick general outlook. I'll be pulling 3 cards, and these are the general cards for the year. And let's see what happens here. I've already shuffled all the decks, but usually sometimes I get cards in my hands and then I shuffle again. Ooh. Okay. This is a bit weird because I had these 2 cards in my former reading in the same position. And I've shuffled these cards, so that's very strange. Yeah, you also going to, and lots of people, I think it is the sign of the times, as Prince so beautifully says it, the sign of the times. There's a lot of inner work to be done, and you're going to do that. I think you're going to really start seeing your own worth, and it's high time you do so. I feel you need to do that. And I feel you're going to do that because what you long for is more inner peace and balance and harmony with the Justice card. So this death and rebirth is really, I feel you're going to create that for yourself. And that has to do also, this inner harmony and self-worth is linked with your self-worth and how you see yourself. And if you see if you're deserving, maybe until now you have doubted yourself every which way and you thought you were not good enough, but you are, and it's high time you see that. It's high time you really see that light here that shines out of you. Again, that light, radiance. Look, this light and this light, both of them radiating out of the center of the card. So it's time you do that, Scorpio, really do that. And I feel that will bring you closer to yourself. I feel this Knight of Cups is you coming closer to you. You seeing your worth, your worth. These flowers for me representing that. The horse is your inner animal and yourself. This is the persona you put into the world. This is who you truly are. And you're going to come together. This horse is coming towards this person. It's time you're connecting more to the horse, to the true you inside of you, and your inner world, well, your inner being, and what is very important to you, your self-worth, the flowers, your self-worth. It's time you do that. And that mask, that persona that you show to the outside world, to let it be more like you truly are, and to believe that you can be radiant and radiate out that not that persona, the true you, with your self-worth, because you really need that. You need that because I feel that if you don't do that work, you're not going to feel balanced. And it's very important this year for you that you create more inner harmony and peace with who you are, who you truly are, Scorpio. And that is, of course, not easy. It takes a while, but I feel with this death and rebirth card, you're going to manage to do that because you're willing to make your hands dirty and do the dirty work inside, because it's not always nice work, doing this, coming together with your authentic self, because you have to also embrace things that you don't like as much about yourself and say, listen, okay, I sometimes am not completely infallible. I am not perfect, but I'm going to embrace that imperfection. I'm going to show my vulnerabilities, and I'm not going to be ashamed for those. I'm sorry, I had to stop because I lost my viewfinder, and then it's hard for me to see the cards. So let's move on to your career. So I'm going to pull cards for your career, Scorpio. And I may pull some extra cards as well, but let's have a look. Your career. 5 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Knight of Cups. King of Wands. 8 of Swords and 7 of Swords. Okay. I feel that you're a little bit confused this year, Scorpio, because I have here this the five of Wands. I'm going to start with this. I feel like you're a little bit conflicted about your career. It feels like also like you're asking yourself, what do I really want to do? And of course, that's also part of that radiance of you embracing yourself, of you becoming more your true self. That brings a little bit of doubt. It brings also a little bit of negative talk, inner talk. I see it like that, because I feel there's also a bit of a shiny object things going on. You're not really knowing what you want to do or how you want to do that. Do I want to continue in this job? Do I want to continue in this business? If you have your own business, do I want to continue with certain products or certain services I offer? What am I going to do? I feel there's a little bit of inner conflict going on with this 5 of Wands. I feel that also you think, and I feel this is just a thought, that you think that, whatever you're offering to the people, that there's too much competition, and then you don't trust yourself. But I feel it's time to trust yourself, because if you follow your heart and if you become this king and just trust yourself, that whatever it is you're offering and whatever it is, that there is no competition because you are your own personal energy, that there is nobody like you to compete. Of course, there will be people who doing the same thing. Of course, there will also be people, if you work for somebody, who are there and who could fill your place, but they cannot fill your shoes because they're not you. They don't have your energy. So I feel that what they ask you to do this year is to really embrace this King of Wands, the self-confidence, to know that you have the skills, that you have the talents, that you can really create some good stuff in the world, and that you're good in your career, and that you're good in your business, and that you can do it, you can bring it, because that, if you shift your energy to this energy of the King of Wands, that will attract people to you, that will attract new clients to you, that will attract the right job offers to you as well, the right job. If you have this shiny object problem with this King of Cups, you will know what to do. You will know which one you have to choose from your shiny objects. You will know. So that inner conflict is going to be there. It's going to be running in the background, yes. But you can choose to trust yourself better and to trust your instincts better. And that is going to really help you, because that is going to bring you really down to earth and say, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do this like this, and that is going to bring in more people. So you really need to shift your energy and your mindset to self-worth. Again, it always comes down to radiate, because the radiance is your energy. If you show your energy, your true you, and that true authentic energy that you have, the true passion you have for what you do, and not be deterred by competition or people who do things in a different way, and you think you have to do it like that as well. You have to follow the those online marketing rules. Remember, there are many people like that, business coaches, that are saying you have to do this and that, and you have to do XYZ, and then you're going to be successful, and then you're going to make 6 numbers and what have you. That is, in my opinion, BS. I'm sorry to say. Follow your own instinct, follow your own, trust your own instinct, trust your own methodology, trust that it's your energy that attracts people, and that you don't have to be conflicted. Don't get bogged down into details of marketing, and of course there's some practices that will help you, yes, but use from those practices, and that is also that, of course, the 7, there's so many practices that they tell you to follow, and then you can't see it anymore, and you get lost in it if you want to choose them all. So for example, I'm going to give you a very concrete example. For example, they tell you to be on social media, and then they tell you to be everywhere. But I find that you choose your personal platform on social media, which one you like the best, and you then put your energy into that one or two platform, and don't be everywhere, because it's going to drain you. It's going to feel you like, okay, what am I going to do? It's going to make you feel completely stuck, trapped, and blindfolded, and you don't see a way out, you don't see a way forward, you don't see things coming in, because you're doing things that drain you. You're doing things that are not authentic to who you are. And that is what they want to say to you. Now, I feel that you really need to start to trust yourself and embrace this King of Wands, because otherwise you're going to lose out. If you keep on listening to other people that tell you different stories and going with, everything they tell you, and that means you're not trusting your own energy, your own King of Wands. You don't trust that. Then you're going to just lose out. Then other people are going to do what you want to do, and they're going to rob your ideas. They're going to rob your energy. Even this is just, energy draining. For me, this card, if you do what everybody's telling you should do, and you don't trust your own instincts and your own self-worth, and that you are deserving of to do business and to do your job like you want to do, and with your heart in it, with your passion in it. The King of Wands also passion, fire. But if you don't do that, then you're losing out, and then you also drain your energy, and you have no energy to give anymore. But if you really put in the right energy, the clients will come. Clients are usually attracted by your energy and who you are. If you show that you are authentic, that you're there for them in a good way, they will show up. It usually happens. And then again, the best publicity, mouth-to-mouth publicity. Take it from me. It's true. Anyway, let's pull a few more cards here. I'm going to pull a few more cards on this last one here. See if you're not trusting your instincts, and you're going to make it so much harder. Ten of Wands. You're going to make it so much harder. Also, if you follow all this advice of all these so-called business gurus, you're going to do so many things, but they're not really speaking to your heart. And when they don't speak to your heart, you're not going to reach clients. And also in your job, you're not going to be able to do your job well, because you're believing what other people tell you should do, and you don't believe in yourself. And it makes sense. Yeah, it sort of models everything up the moon. It sort of is obscuring things. It's obscuring your energy. It's obscuring your ideas. It's obscuring the way forward. It's keeping you trapped here. Yeah. So don't do that. Let's see. What is coming out here? Queen of Swords on that King of Wands. Yeah, you need to really be decisive here and say, I'm going to just do what I need to do. King of Wands with Queen of Swords, a decision to cut out, this, first of all, those inner voices that conflicting. Also listening to everybody and then shiny objects. You don't know where you're going to start, what you have to do first. Cut that out and start with a clean slate. The Tower and the Queen of Swords. That's how I read them. So that's your business reading. I'm just going to do a quick one on money and finances now, because of course, career and money and finances, it's close together. So hold on. I'll be fast forwarding because I won't bore you to death with shuffling, etc. Okay, so this is money and finances for you, Scorpio. I really like that. Because, you have the Midas touch here. The King of Pentacles cards. And what's very interesting is that in the beginning of the year, you will find this, obstacles, maybe hurdles, financial things, money not really flowing like you want to. But remember, that is connected also to that muddled up energy in your business, because you're not using your energy. You're believing everybody to do everything that, and practices that are really not speaking to your authentic self. And when you do that, you sort of get muddled up and there will be obstacles to overcome. But you can overcome them if you start listening to your gut instinct. Ace of Cups. And that will be a fresh beginning for you as well to make money. And there will be good money making. Because you have the King of Pentacles, I feel that at the end of the year, you'll be on top of your finances. And there will be good money coming in again. Because you started trusting your gut instinct, your heart here. And because you're starting to believe your energy and you're starting to radiate out the energy, which attracts people to you. So at first, the hurdles and the obstacles, don't be too deterred, or don't be frightened of those, because you need to overcome these obstacles. You need to overcome, like the shiny objects syndrome, or the believing everything that business gurus tell you to do in the way they tell you to do. You can take stuff from them, yes, because sometimes they have good ideas and good intentions, and they have good practices, yes, but make them your own. Don't go completely after what they say or do everything they say, but take from their advice what speaks to your heart. What speaks to your heart. And then, then you can make good money, and your money will be solid again at the end of the year. So in the beginning of the year, a bit wonky, but then it will be much better because you're connecting to your radiance, your energy, and your heart. So that was quickly that, and let's move on now to the single Scorpios amongst you and see what's in store in the love part for you. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm just completely muddled up. First, I'm going to look into your inner circle, family and friends, nearest and dearest, those closest to you, those that you love. It's not about romantic love, it's about those nearest and dearest. The Chariot, King of Cups, Seven of Wands. That's funny, that card comes out so many times. I feel in general, for many of the signs, these cards have come out, and the sort of the theme that I've had going on in the previous readings, I haven't done all readings, all signs yet, but I'm now sort of in the middle. I think, this is the sixth one. And until now, it's all been about becoming more true to yourself. And that includes getting rid of events, situations, and people in your life that really are not good for you. And we have it here as well, because I have a Seven of Wands, a Three of Swords, a Five of Cups. Again, it's really seeing who is at your side and who is not, because there are some people that are backstabbing you in your inner circle, and that you already felt for a long time, Scorpio, that don't belong in your inner circle, that don't have the right, because they are not respecting you, they're not respecting your boundaries. This is about boundaries. It's time you learn to set boundaries with your inner circle as well, because if you don't do that, it's give, and there's they only take from you, and then you get drained. And you will see at a certain point people disappearing from your circle, the Five of Cups, and some people staying here. These are gone, they are spilled, these are staying. So focus on those people, focus on the true people that really are, at your side, that are not antagonizing you all the time. Now, I don't say that, sometimes you cannot be challenged and that they have to be agreeable all the time, because that's not how it works, and that would be very bad, because that would be fake and false. But there are those who constantly aggravate you and who do not support you like you support them. Look at that and set boundaries with those people. It's really important, because with this King of Cups, you will know very well, and I think you already know who I'm talking about. Certain Scorpios will for sure know who I'm talking about, that needs to go. That you cannot, I'm not saying they need to go out of your life completely, but they need to be removed from your inner circle, from that circle that is special, that is supportive, but that you also support, and that at any time of the night they can call you and you are there for them. That is your inner circle. But you will have people that will be here, and that you can move to the outwards, the outer ends of your inner circle, and not be, sort of be in the outer circle. They still remain in your life, but out there, on the outskirts, and not in the center. You need to know, and I think you already know, and I think you're going to take care of that. The Chariot is really making that choice to take care of that. You have to go, you have to make a choice. It's either that direction or that. And the direction is really to see and to follow your heart in that as well. To see those people that support your radiance and those people that sort of cover your radiance. Those people that cover your radiance, those are the Three of Swords. They hurt you. They talk bad behind your back. They will not have your back when you need it, while you will be having theirs. Those have to go. Those really have to go. Don't keep on, caring for them. Don't keep on providing for them, or just move them to their outer skirts and be there, sometimes, but not constantly and not fully, because they have used you maybe a little bit, and you feel that. You feel a little bit used with this Three of Swords. And but you're seeing that, and it's really time to get rid of them. It's time. The Chariot tells me it's really time. And it's also telling me that you're going to do that. You're really determined to say, okay, here is my boundary. This is my line. You cannot cross. There you stay. And it's important. And you can do that in a kind way, and you can do that in a gentle way. You don't have to be brutal. You don't have to be rude. But you can just say, I am not doing this any longer. This is where you come to, and this is where the line ends for me. This and no further. Okay, Scorpio. So let's move on to what I was saying and I wasn't doing. The single ones amongst you and your love relationships. See what gives there. You will hear noises because I have lots of people in my house, and I cannot weed out all the noises. So for the singles amongst you, these are your cards. What's happening here, Scorpio? Again, I find this a little bit, where you have an Eight of Cups, but you have the Sun. Now the Sun, I feel, is really, again, that radiance is really you becoming more authentically you, also on the dating scene. You no longer hiding your light. It's time to let yourself shine, because the sun is shining on you. So the sun asks you to be who you are, also on the relationship and the dating scene. And that is going to bring, if you do that, it's going to bring a lot of change. Rapid change. 8 of Wands. It's going to bring change, and there's going to be offers, people coming in. You're going to meet new people. You're going to date people. Yes. Now, here, these two cards, I think this is what you're leaving behind. And that is, dating people that you don't want to date or that don't feel right, because that's hard work, those two. I feel that you in the past have had a lot of that going on, dating, and it ends up to be disappointing, or it ends up, to you go on a few more dates, you even maybe start really dating and have a small, beginning of a relationship, and it didn't work out. And or maybe you've been on the dating scene and you've been diving in way too quickly. You're leaving that behind. You're leaving that phase behind, because you're starting to trust yourself more and your instincts, because of that radiance and that sun. And you're showing who you truly are, and that will attract better people to your life. It will not attract those wrong people in your life. It will start attracting the right people from the dating scene. The right people will start, and then you can go on dates. I'm not seeing here a definite outcome. I see you dating, but dating people with similar values, people that are better suited to for you to be dating with, if that makes any sense. Let's pull some more cards here. Okay. Knight of Wands. Ten of Swords. Again, this Ten of Swords is you now, your light is coming out. So you're done with this. You're done with, dating just anybody here from the dating scene and then being, feeling hurt and feeling left behind. You are now seeing that you are more important than that, than just, being used for one night stand or something like that and then being dropped. No, that's not what you want to do anymore, Scorpio. That's what you're going to leave behind, because if you do that, you're going to make space for this Knight of Wands, for this person, this charismatic person to come in. But if you don't do that, if you stay on this dating scene and just dating anyone, then you don't make space for this person to come in. So the possibility for the right person to come in is there the moment you show who you are and what you truly want for yourself, and not go with what these people just want for yourself. It's meeting the people with the right people here, meeting people that are good for you and not those that are bad for you. And then you have the possibility. This is a possibility. Again, this is a general reading, so things may resonate. If not, go and have a look at your rising sign or your moon sign, but also know that here, this is a potential energy. It could be that but this can also be further out, because of course this process of becoming more you is something that's ongoing during the whole year. And so this could be further out. But what it does say, this card, is the potential for meeting the right person is so much higher now that you're showing your true self. Now you're also knowing that this is no longer really good for you, and that you're weeding out those dates or those online dating that is really not good for you. So you have to be a little bit more discerning in your dating scene as well, Scorpio. That's what it says. And then everything will change and will attract other and better people in your, to you, that you can date. Another Eight of Cups. Yeah. It's time to leave that to leave that behind, because what you're doing is, if you keep on doing dating these people, you're blocking that person from coming in. Now, I don't know when that person is going to come in. It can be end of the year, it can even be next year, and then for next year I mean 2023. But you can block this, yeah? And you can block this by keep on doing that. So it's time to walk away from that, indiscerning, is it how you say that? Not discerning in your dating, yeah? Let me pull another one. They want me to pull something more. I mean, that's what I feel. I need a few more. Knight of Wands and Page of Wands. Yeah, there is somebody there. I mean, there is somebody that can come in, but you need to open the space. Yeah. I mean, it's you who's blocking that person from coming in, huh? By doing this, indiscerning. Yeah, another Chariot. We had a Chariot before as well. That was with family and friends. So again, you decide. You decide who comes into your life and who doesn't. The same with that inner circle, remember? But also you decide whether you're going to go on dating and you date just anyone without vetting them, without, being discerning. And then you block this person from coming in. That is your choice. Okay, so let's move on to those people, Scorpios, who are in a relationship. Okay, Scorpios who are in a relationship. These two came out. They wanted to come out and they came out together. Temperance, Judgment, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower. I'll be pulling some more cards here from this deck afterwards. But what I feel here is that with that Tower, see, again, we have, I'm going to start here with that Judgment card. With the Judgment card, there is, you know, this is you again. Your true self is showing more and more and more, and you're becoming more convinced and convinced. You're feeling more, you're starting to see that you deserve, that you're deserving, that you're good enough, that you are this beautiful person that deserves to be loved, to be cherished, to be respected, to be nourished, everything that a good relationship is about. You're starting to see that, but I feel that sometimes that could not be the case, and that I feel there needs to be something, you need to work on that relationship. I mean, with the Tower, I feel it's time to work, because this Tower is not, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen. If you don't put, you know, energy, or, you know, don't have conversations, working out things. Temperance is about tempering things. It's about working out stuff, because I feel there is some elements missing here in the relationship. And now that you are seeing yourself in a different light, that you feel that you deserve respect, that you feel that you are good enough, your relationship needs to be, Seven of Pentacles, needs to be rerouted. That's not the right word, you know, needs new roots. The roots, if your relationship has good roots, it can grow, because you will be able to work things out, you will be able to converse your needs, to communicate what you need, how you're seeing the world right now, what are your boundaries, how you can be respected. Also respect your partner, of course, but it will be different. There is elements that are missing in the relationship that you feel that are missing. And maybe it's just a feeling that you have or a thought, or maybe your partner is seeing, you know, because you're doing this stuff, they get afraid and they're saying, what is going on? What, you know, it's not like it used to be. And then conversations need to be had, because conversations will sort of show whether the relationship has good roots or has, you know, roots that are not solid at all. Now, I'm not saying that you can't work, you know, if the roots are good, this can be sorted out. It can be, you know, it can be cleaned up, and you can have the conversations, you can clear up the air with the Tower, you can then almost starting over in the relationship. But if those roots are not solid, Scorpio, then what could happen is that the relationship stops. And that is a possibility. Again, this is a general reading, so this is not going to be applicable for all Scorpios, but it could happen for some because of you changing. You know that when people change, the people that are around them don't always understand it and don't always support it, and then things can go awry. And that can happen in this relationship. Now, if your relationship is solid, I don't think it's a problem, but if it's not, it could be a problem. So you have to have the conversations, and then you'll see how solid it is and how important it is, whether it can work or whether it cannot work. It's just the reality of it. I mean, I'm not coming here to go doom thinking, or, you know, saying it's going to end up in divorce or something like that. But it's just that when change is happening, there is always something, some wonky energy. And if your partner is understanding and willing to work it out with you, there is solidity there. It is not a problem. But if that's not the case, then then it could end. Sorry to say this, but I mean, I'm just reading this as it's general reading. Remember, it's general reading, and it is just, you know, what it is. It could be not resonating to you at all, and then just leave it behind and don't take it with you. Don't say that I said you're going to divorce, because that's not true. I'm saying there is a possibility if things are not being worked out. Because if things are not worked out, then you're going to have conflict anyway. I think because you're coming out and you're seeing your self-worth and you're having more boundaries and you're saying also your self-respect is bigger, of course there's going to be arguments. There can be some arguments there, but I feel this can be either, really conflict and then it ends bad, or it can be we have the tough conversations. Temperance, tough conversations, especially that because it's on the Temperance card. But tough conversations usually can strengthen foundations because you're being honest. Now, if you're not being honest, or if that your partner doesn't want to listen to you, well, then that means it's not a solid foundation, and then it will end up in conflict and arguments. You see how this reading can go both ways, yeah? Yeah, it can go both ways. Seven of Swords. It can go both ways. I am not going to... So it can, for some Scorpios, it will work out, and it will work out really beautifully. And for some Scorpios, it will end up really, this together with the Tower, then it will be really an ending of that relationship. And that's an ending that's needed then, in that case, because there is no foundation for that relationship. If it shows that there is foundation, then these things can be worked out. Then this is not going to happen because it's going to be worked out in the tough conversations. And the tough conversation is going to be tough. But that's not a problem. That shouldn't be a problem, really. Okay, let's move on. I did money. This is so short in comparison to the other ones. I'm going to, because we had such a vague and general outlook, I'm going to pull 3 more cards, and especially because of all these changes and there's some wonky energy, I'm going to pull 3 extra cards for your general outlook, and this is more energy that's going to be present at the end of the year. So let's say a general outlook for the second part of the year, more or less. Yeah, more or less. I don't like really to put a time limit or a certain time on it, but let's pull 3 more cards. 3 of Wands, I like that. 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I see, that's why I wanted to pull these cards, because I think that things will work out for the best. 10 of Pentacles, I feel at the end of the year you're going to feel much more solid again, while in the beginning of the year there's a lot of wonky energy in all matters, really, Scorpio, but I think that is going to work out for you. And it's going to work out for you because we have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is really, look, it's almost like magic here. Magic happening, things coming together, things working out. And the 4 of Pentacles. Now, usually this is sort of the Scrooge card. It could be the Scrooge card, but for me, it's more like you're creating a solid foundation again. Also, in a financial way, yes, but you're feeling more solid. But I'm really looking at this card because for me this is the most important. You're going to feel more, with your feet on the ground. You're having self-respect, you're having self-worth, you see yourself in a different light with good values, and that's going to radiate, remember, radiance. That's going to radiate in every aspect of your life, and that's a good thing. Now, this card as well, I feel that, because of the wonkiness of the beginning of the year and that strange energy, I feel you're going to feel more solid. That is, I'm not going to read this in a negative way. I'm going to read, actually what I'm doing is I'm reading it in the negative way because I'm giving it a very good, I'm not giving it a Scrooge meaning. Because it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're really getting that sense of self back, and you're really strong in your personality, in that self-worth, that self-confidence, self-esteem, self-respect. It's very important that you do that work. Okay, Scorpio, and then we're going to end with 4 oracle cards, and then I have to really stop with the readings because the noise is horrific here. Nobody's shutting up. Sorry if you hear it. I just apologize, but I'm going to pull these cards randomly and fast forward while I do so. Making a choice. Yeah, that's, this is this radiance, and you saying to yourself, what I'm going to do the inner work to get more self-respect. There are some choices involved. It's first of all, you have to choose for yourself. You have to choose yourself as well. You have to choose your self-worth, your self-respect. You have to choose your boundaries and set those boundaries there. So there's a lot of choices involved here. Let's just take the booklet with it. It's number 30. I'll read it because there's some extra messages probably. You're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Remember those chariots? Chariots often involve a choice. And that is the thing that you have to do. So whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from spirit and you will be led to the right path if you remain conscious and aware. Your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. But I feel here your choice is guided by radiance, by really choosing yourself this time, not giving yourself up and giving your real shine up for other people. It's time to embrace your self-worth, your independence, your self-respect, your self-esteem, and to say, I am worthy, I deserve love, I deserve a good career, I deserve the right people, I deserve people that respect me and that respect my boundaries, I deserve those in my life, the rest has to go. Whether it's personal relationship, romantic relationship, professional relationship, there's a lot of things moving and that will require things to be set aside and moved away. Oh, that's a good one. So from the wisdom of the oracle, truth be told. So it's about being true. And by saying your truth and stating your truth, especially when it comes to relationships, and people, the truth is with you and you need to speak your truth. So if something is not working for you, don't shut up, say it. Say it. It needs to be said. Now, the groundhog spirit, and this is very difficult for a Scorpio to do, it says time to let go. It's time to let go of those situations that are not good for you, not feeding your spirit, not feeding your soul. It's time to let go of those people that are not feeding your spirit, not feeding your soul. That was in the relationships, remember, inner circle. So somebody's hoovering now. Okay, I'm going to just round it off with the last card. It says this is from the Moonology. So this one is the Spirit Animal Oracle. This one is the Wisdom of the Oracle. And the Wisdom of the Oracle always has the face of Spirit. It's in this little box from the owl. And then this is from the Moonology. Meditate and contemplate. I think there's a lot of meditating to be done, a lot of, doing work behind the scenes. It's the new moon in Pisces. I'll just have the little booklet. I have it here. New moon in Pisces. Let's have a look. New moon in Pisces is number 64, or page 64. It speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. Remember all those pages and Knights of Wands and even the King of Wands. You can do it. You can manifest what you want and what you need for you and for your soul. And this is about your soul starting to radiate and no longer hiding what your soul wants. It's all there. It's all in these cards. That involves truth. It involves choices. It involves letting go. And it involves to contemplate and to really feel into your soul and what that needs and wants. If you take time to do that, you will shine, and it will be a completely new you at the end of the year that is going to come out. But it's going to be sort of wonky in the beginning, and remember at the end, really that 10 of Cups. It was a 10 of Cups here, yeah. Good news, so solidity again. Really, you're going to find that again. I don't remember if it was the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles. One or two of those. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. You can see it in the video. Anyway, Scorpio, this is an exciting year. It's not going to be an easy year, but it's going to be an exciting year. And you can embrace it as an exciting, or you can embrace it as, what the hell? I don't like this. But if you take that stance, things are really going to stay wonky. If you embrace it like exciting, things can really be completely different for you, and really in a good way. In a good way. That's very important to know. In a good way, different. So, Scorpio, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Remember that YouTube live that I want to do at 500 subscribers. So share, like, comment. Also, I'm going to do from now on, I want to do more subject readings instead of a monthly reading or, weekly readings. So let me know what you want me to read about, which subject that is of your interest. Put it in the comments and I will then see if I can do a reading about it. Okay, Scorpio. That's it. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful and exciting and deep loving yourself. That's very important here. 2022. I wish you all that is good. Thank you for being here again, and bye for now. Bye, Scorpio.